Check out the moon! What a view! Oh! Hi, Santa.
Oh, hello, Monty. Ho, ho, ho. Nice of you to drop in. Hey, I've got something here for you. Here's your Christmas present.
Thank you. Oops. Watch out below! This is gonna hurt. Hi, Maddie.
Monty, a present for me?
Sure.
Oh, Monty, thank you so much. Monty!
Oh, I hope that wasn't a tie! Santa? Oh, Monty, you're right on time. Hello, Captain Patrick. Monty, look who's here. Oh, hello, boys and girls, it's me.
Monty the Moose.
Do you know what time it is?
It's time to put on our parkas
And chill out
in Alaska.
You'll see what's for supper at this Eagle convention. Learn why Alaskan Huskies jump for joy. Do you know what kind of shoes to use to play softball in the snow? And you'll see art that melts in your mouth. It's all extremely cool and a little bit crazy. So jump right in, or should I say, it's time for Wacky Alaska Winter!
He's a moose on a mission.
Call me Monty.
He can't wait to travel on another expedition. He's a master of disguises.
Aha!
There's bound to be surprises. Come on, Monty, take us away. Take us away.
The Alaska winter. You might think it's pretty cold and always dark. Ooh, Monty. Sort of like your bedroom with the lights out. Oh! Monty, turn on the light. Oh, thanks, Captain Pat. This is Alaska in the middle of winter. And looky here, it's not dark, at least not during the day. In most places in Alaska, the winter sun rises and sets every day. I said most places because above the Arctic Circle, where the sun just circles the horizon and never sets in the middle of summer, the sun will set around the end of November and won't rise again for 2 whole months. Wow, that's a long night.
Lots of time for a midnight snack.
A lot of the animals who live in Alaska during the summer months leave before it gets too cold or too dark. Many birds head south to warmer places. It's called migration. The humpback whales who come to Alaska in the summer to eat take a winter vacation to Mexico or Hawaii. Aloha! Boy, oh boy, is this fun! But if you can't head south, that leaves a whole lot of Alaskan animals and people to fend for themselves. What do? Well, some animals, like brown bears, fatten up all summer so they can sleep most of the winter. It's called hibernation. The rest of us, well, we'll do what we have to make the winter fly by.
This is Monty Moose with a special TNT weather report. In Fairbanks, the temperature has dropped to -40 degrees. In Anchorage, it's snowing and blowing. It's time to put on our heavy winter coats, grab our skis, and get outside, because, hey, in Alaska, there's a whole lot more than snow coming down.
Well, it's 40 below when the snow is blowing. And you're sitting at home and you feel like you're going crazy. Don't let winter close you in. Get up, get out, and let the games begin. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time feeling going round. We make the most of what we got. The weather's cold, but the plan's hot. A lot more than snow coming down. can ski through the trees where it's calm and it's quiet. You can race, you can bike, if you like, you can try it all. On your own or with a team. Don't miss out, the fun's extreme. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time feeling going round. Grab your sled, put on your skis, wet away to beat the breeze. A lot more than snow. Oh, the fun never ends. When you chill with your friends, don't hibernate, come celebrate. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time feeling going round. We make the most of what we got. The weather's cold but the plan's hot. A lot more than snow. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time feeling going round. Grab your sled, put on your skis, wet away to beat the breeze. A lot more than. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time.
And now, an invitation from Camp Chilkat. Looking for a place to meet friends and enjoy fine dining? Needing to rest your weary wings at a riverside spa? You're invited to join us at Camp Chilkat. All our rooms feature exceptional views, free steam baths, and all the sushi you can pull out of the river. Join the chorus of our many satisfied customers. Okay, enough singing. Come to Camp Chilkat, the place to be for food that's free. For airfare and reservations, call your travel agent.
Hey, look at all these eagles. These are American bald eagles, national symbol of the United States of America. Let's see if we can count how many there are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh my, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you get the idea. There are a lot of eagles here. Some winters, as many as 4,000 eagles will come to the Chilkat River near Haines, Alaska to chill with their friends. Hey, buddy, you're waddling on thin ice. The eagles are here for one reason, to eat salmon. While many Alaskan rivers are already frozen solid, this part of the Chilkat River stays pretty much ice-free, thanks to a warm underground reservoir. No ice and lots of fish means catching dinner is, well, easy as lifting a 10-pound chum salmon with your talons. While the eagles aren't eating or playing hopscotch, they perch in the cottonwood trees. By sitting still, they conserve energy, and that helps them stay warm. As the food supply dwindles and extreme cold weather arrives in December and January, most of these eagles hightail it out of here. Some fly as far away as 1,000 miles. Okay, it's time to test your eagle IQ. Question number 1. How long is an average eagle's wingspan? If you answered 6 feet, you're right. But some eagles have a wingspan up to 7½ feet. That's like a really tall basketball player. Question number 2. How many feathers does an eagle have? You give up? Well, I'll save you the time of counting. They have, get ready, 7,000. All across Alaska, the winter season means change. Food is scarce. When a flock of Bohemian waxwings finds a mountain ash tree full of berries, they don't waste any time. Good. A berry pie without the crust. It can get really cold in Alaska. So cold that water freezes before it can fall. A frozen waterfall! Imagine that. In Alaska, sometimes it can get as cold as -80 degrees. So, if you live outside like these doll sheep, you have to put on a heavy winter coat. Their white hair is hollow, which gives them an extra cushion of air to insulate them from the bitter cold. Doll sheep live high on the mountainsides, where the wind sweeps the snow clear, making it easier for the sheep to find food. Sometimes they have to paw through the snow to find dry, frozen grasses and other doll sheep delicacies. The sheep live in groups called bands. This is a band of doll sheep rams. The rams grow horns which are made of keratin, the same stuff your fingernails are made of. It takes a ram about 8 years to grow a full curl. Mom might manage a full curl in about 30 minutes.
This portion of Wacky Alaska Winter is brought to you by Whitey's Winter Wear, where our motto is, white is out of sight. No matter the occasion, no matter your size, Whitey's has the outerwear to keep you warm and cozy in the Alaska winter. We feature several styles in fur and feathers to keep you warm and to keep you hidden. So if you're looking to change your summer plumage for a sporty winter camo look, come to Whitey's Winter Wear. Whitey's, where white is out of sight.
When it comes to winter, the willow ptarmigan dresses for the occasion. Alaska's state bird is a master of disguise, trading in its brown summer wear for winter white. The white winter plumage makes it easier for the ptarmigan to hide in a snowbank. This is called camouflage. Their white feathers have another benefit. Like white fur, the white feathers are completely hollow. The air inside the feathers acts as extra insulation. There's that word again, keeping them warm. Ptarmigan also have another special winter transformation. They grow specialized feathers on their feet that act like snowshoes. Now, equipped with these feathery feet, ptarmigan can easily scoot across the soft snow. Speaking of scooting across the snow, let's take a break and head out to the ballpark. It's time for a pickup game of snowshoe softball. These players don't have the luxury of feathery feet, so they've strapped on snowshoes for a few innings of winter fun.
Play ball!
You know what? It's harder than it looks. Sometimes just getting to first base is like winning the whole game. Everyone has a different snowshoe style. There's traditional. This is the bunny hop. And the crawl. And here's one we call the head-first snowshoe slide. She's safe! No matter how you swing it, it's fun in the snow and sun. If you don't have snowshoes or feathers on your feet, how else do people and animals get around in the winter? Well, here's how. Some small airplanes have skis that help them land on frozen lakes and rivers. Some people use snow machines for fun and transportation. In remote towns and villages that are not connected by roads, the rivers become frozen highways. Let's check out the traffic in Bethel, Alaska on the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta. This is Bethel, a Yupik Eskimo village on the Kuskokwim River. Look at the houses in Bethel. They are all built above the ground, on stilts. And that's because the ground out here, just beneath the tundra, is frozen all the time. It's called permafrost. If you built a house right on the ground, it would melt the permafrost and sink. There are no roads in or out of Bethel. But in the winter, you can drive your car on a river of ice. And hey, if you don't have a car, you can call it cab. Yo, taxi! You can drive a long ways, but just remember, don't be gone too long. This highway will thaw in the spring.
This portion of Wacky Alaska Winter is brought to you by the Alaska Extreme Therapy Center. Friends, do you suffer from cabin fever? Well, come to the Alaska Extreme Therapy Center. In just one session, we'll take you to the top of the steepest mountains in North America. We guarantee you'll forget all your problems, but you must take the first step, straight down. The Alaska Extreme Therapy Center. It's all downhill from here!
Oh boy, okay. This is gonna be fun! Ooh, ow! Oh, man! Ow! Ow! That hurts! Ow! Oh, that's good legal mark. Oh, no wonder they call us extreme. Hey, don't tell my mom I'm here, okay? Ow! Oh.
Alaska Extreme Therapy is not for the faint of heart. Not recommended for anyone worried about their own personal safety. Not intended for anyone afraid of heights. Wacky Alaska Winter does not endorse or recommend or suggest that anyone do what these athletes are doing, but it sure looks extremely fun. Now, back to our original programming.
My cousin here moves through the Alaska winter one leg at a time. Moose have long legs, which helps them walk through deep snow to find food and escape predators. Moose are the largest members of the deer family. An adult male moose might weigh 1,600 pounds. Where do you suppose is the best place to see moose in the winter? The big city or the wilderness? Well, as many as 1,000 moose spend their winter browsing in Anchorage, Alaska's largest city. When the snow gets too deep in the mountains, the moose migrate to where the streets are plowed, and there's more to eat. Just ask wildlife biologist Rick
Moose live in Anchorage because there's food here for them. And this is one of their favorite kinds of food. This is a willow tree. And you can see how much they like it because they really chewed it down. Every single year, when it puts out these new shoots, like these little brown ones here, these are new ones, they'll come along in the wintertime and they'll break them off. They'll chew them off. And so you have these stubs that are all broken off now where there's nothing left to eat there. But all this stuff is still good to eat, and they come back and they'll eat that. Moose like to eat wood, and they eat, in the wintertime, they eat trees and shrubs. And this is an example of a tree that they really don't like to eat very much, especially in the wintertime. It's an alder tree, and it has resin in it, or things that don't taste good to moose in the bark. And so they just don't like to eat this.
Here's something I bet you don't know. Moose have really slippery saliva. Their tongue is kind of like a slip and slide. That helps them swallow all those sharp sticks without sticking themselves.
They can get up and they can eat for a few hours, get a bunch of sticks, swallow them down into their stomach with that slippery saliva of theirs, and then they go lay down and they rest. And while they're resting, they burp up a big chunk of food, which is all these sticks, and they chew it again for a few more minutes, and then they swallow it again. And then they burp up another chunk and they swallow it, and that's called chewing your cud. And the cuds are just those little chunks of food that they keep burping up and then chewing some more and then swallowing them back down. And that helps them break these sticks down even more, because the first time when they chew these sticks off, they're still big and sharp. But if they keep chewing them and chewing them and chewing them, keep burping them up and chewing them, they get to be really fine, and they can absorb all that food value in them.
You might not want to swallow your food without chewing it. But it's okay to chew your cud if you're a dull sheep and you like leftovers, or you're a hungry moose, like me. One more word about moose. They're big and they're wild, and the best thing to do is enjoy watching them from a distance. While we're in the city, let's check out the festivities at the Anchorage Fur Rendezvous. Fur Rondi is a winter celebration. It's a time to put on your finest fur and get out of the cabin. There's something for everyone at the Rondi, From sled dog races to one of my favorite events, the blanket toss.
Go!
Monty, what's going on here?
Hey, not that kind of blanket toss. This blanket toss.
2, 3, 4.
This is how hunters in the far north, where the land is really flat, got a better view of things. Here's a Rondi event that gives dogs a chance to pull their own weight. And then some. This is the dog weight pull. The idea is to fill a sled with really heavy concrete blocks and then ask your pet to pull it. I'm personally glad there's not a moose weight pull, but at the Rondi, all types of dogs are up to the challenge. Frank here is a champion. He weighs 50 pounds, but he just pulled a sled filled with 1,400 pounds of concrete. Well, let's see, time to carry the 28 times his own weight. The heavyweight dogs make pulling 2,000 pounds seem like puppy play. Let's give a round of applause to Cody. He just pulled 2,300 pounds. Way to go, Code! Some dogs, like Tony, prefer this individual competition, but others like to pull together.
And Kathy Hopgood of Fairbanks outbound. Brenda Burge at the line next to Wassoa. Cowabunga the kennel here, 34 years of age.
This portion of Wacky Alaska Winter is brought to you by Happy Tales Restaurant, where all we serve is mush.
Sled dog racing is the official Alaska state sport. Historically, sled dogs were used for transportation. But today, it's mostly just for fun, or for racing.
Captain Frost back in.
Sled dogs just love to run. When they're all in harness, they are so excited they jump for joy. It doesn't take much to get them going. Some mushers say, hike. Some say, let's go, even giddy up will work. Truth is, you can say almost anything like, mush, you huskies, and before, wow! Alaskan Huskies compete in all sorts of events, from weekend neighborhood sprint races in the villages to the big events like the Fur Rondi World Championships. This is a sprint race where sled dogs see how fast they can run over short distances.
You may notice the mushers
Another big race is the Iditarod. Mushers and their dog teams travel 1,200 miles from Anchorage to Nome. They cross 3 mountain ranges, and it can take anywhere from a week to a month. Along the way, it's an adventure around every corner.
I can't think of a better way to start the day. Wake up, shake it off, and greet the dawn. I want to run. We can't wait until we're on our way. We are ready, we are strong. We want to run. And we run to the call of the wilderness. We run, our spirits are up to the test. We give nothing less than our best. You're the one I spend my life devoted to. You are my master and my friend. We're gonna run. From your love and care I take my cue. Up and down the trail and around the bend. Come on, let's run. And we run to the call of the wilderness. We run
there's nothing quite like it. Traveling through the wilderness pulled by a dozen of your best friends. And no one knows that better than Martin Boozer.
Here we go, guys.
Martin and his Alaskan Huskies are Iditarod champions.
Yeah.
His dog kennel is called Happy Trails, and it's filled with a whole lot of happy tales.
Come on, you go.
Martin's sled dogs are Alaskan Huskies.
Girl, huh? Ooh, you're so proud of yourself. You're so proud
Each
of
one is an
yourself for
athlete that
doing
he has
huh?
raised since they were puppies.
Very good.
Have you ever had a hard time naming a pet? Just think what Martin has to do. All these dogs gotta have names.
We pick themes. So in order to later then remember who they were related to, this dog, for instance, Poydras, is out of the street names from New Orleans. There's Decatur and Camellia and Chapatulis. They were all litter mates. Their Aurora over there is from a litter of the night theme. There's one midnight, one is called Shadow, one is called Eclipse, and then there's Aurora. So that's the night name.
So you see, for Martin, with 72 dogs plus puppies growing up, finding names is a snap with a sled dog rap. Take it away, Puffin' Daddy.
Yo, 6 times a dozen. That equals 72. That's how many names we need for him and her and you. You could be a whaler, a precious ingot over here. Just know a sled dog in this hood needs a name it can revere. There's a Kira and a K2 and an artist named Van Gogh. Lightning and Aurora that run rapid through the snow. If you've got a blizzard or are lost in a storm, you just might need a Twister or Midge, this little sister. When it's midnight on the trail, with D2 you will fly. Don't forget Bronson Snake and Reb, by the by. Tomcat is no kitty, and Pearl is really pretty. And remember, before we go, there's always room for Jell-O.
I think we're all relieved that that rap is a rap. What's going on here? It's the puppy wheel. Martin built these wheels to give his dogs the chance to run anytime they want to. No one makes them run. They just love doing it. The puppies also start learning how to be sled dogs from the time they are little.
And we teach them, even in the puppy pen, we start teaching them things. They're learning to run in their exercise wheels. They're learning to eat on command. They're learning not to chew my clothes. They're learning to be just regular dogs, but they get to go on loose runs every day. They run around with us. At first just on foot, then later with a snow machine. They get to chase the snow machine. So they are being exercised from the very beginning of their life.
Oh, there she goes. There you go. Good puppy, huh? That a good puppy.
Here's a question. How do you make beautiful art using only water? For the answer, we go to Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay, it was a trick question. You make beautiful art out of water, which is frozen into ice. This is Grady Pond, and these guys are making giant ice cubes. It takes special chainsaws with really long blades to cut into the frozen pond. What comes out are known as diamonds of the North. These ice cubes are 8 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 40 inches thick. Each one weighs almost 8,000 pounds. That's 4 tons. Imagine dropping a couple of these in your soda pop. This ice is world famous. It's so clear that you could read a newspaper through it. And it's the best ice for ice carving. Fairbanks is the place to be if you like to turn ice into art. Ice carvers from around the world compete in the World Ice Art Championships. They work day and night for 2.5 days to create their masterpieces. Steve Dean and Kevin Laughlin are 2 of the best carvers. They're going to take a single ice block and carve a sculpture they called Hitting the High Note.
Our sculpture, we have a jazz saxophone player playing a tune with a skier riding on its wake of the tune over the moon. We wanted to be able to sing a song with this one. And this was our way of representing how to do that.
Hey, don't try this at home. Unless home is Fairbanks and you're an ice carver. The tools are really sharp and really fast, and hey, it looks like this carver is making her own snow. What do you know? A chip off the old block. While the carvers are carving, the kids are playing. Ice carvers have created an entire playground that will melt when the spring arrives. Hey, that looks like fun. They call this ice whirly thing a twirly. If someone tells you to get lost at Ice Park, they mean, hey, let's run around in the amazonarium, a maze made out of blocks of ice. Let's see where this path goes. All right. Well, I think I've seen him before. Oh, okay. If we go this way, maybe we can find. Mazes can be confusing, but this amazonarium is amazing and lots of fun. Let's check back in with our ice carvers. Look at this. It started as a block of ice and an idea on paper, and Steve and Kevin have created a work of art. When the competition is over, all the sculptures are lit up with colored lights. Ice Park becomes a wonderland. While this ice art is on display, the sky above has its own light show. These are the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. What you're seeing are the result of charged electrons and protons colliding in the upper atmosphere, sort of like a giant neon light, moving in giant arcs and waves of color. It's electrifying, wouldn't you say? In Fairbanks, you can see the aurora an average of 240 nights a year. This is Monty Moose with a Tundra News Television Sports Special. We now take you to Girdwood, Alaska for the annual Slush Cup.
This year's Slush Cup is sponsored by Allie and Joe's Furniture, the place to go to waterproof your couch.
The Slush Cup is one of the wackiest winter events in Alaska. All it takes is a pair of skis or snowboard, and, well, I guess that's all it takes. Contestants ski down the hill at the Alyeska Ski Resort and attempt to cross a pond of really cold water. Let's watch that again in slow motion. The Slush Cup is one of the last events of the Alaska winter, kind of a celebration of the passing of winter and the arrival of spring. For another wacky event, we take you to Seward, Alaska, and the annual polar bear jump. No, that's not Seward, but it is a polar bear. Let's try that again. These are human polar bears, and something has compelled them to dress in funny clothes, or almost no clothes at all, and jump into the freezing cold water of Resurrection Bay. Now, what do you suppose would cause them to do it?
Here she goes.
Can you say, crazy? I get cold just watching them. Whatever is making them jump must be extremely important, and it is. The jumpers are all raising money to help people who have cancer. Let's give them a big round of applause and another blanket. We now take you to the funniest moose on the planet. Hey, what's the scariest animal in Alaska? A caribou. Boo. Boo! Get it? Okay, folks, these are the jokes. Hello, is this thing on? Hey, you want to watch me pull a puffin out of my hat? Ah!
It's about time, Monty. Time to say goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye! Until my next adventure, this is Monty Moose reminding you, be good to your mothers and fathers, and to yourself. Toodaloo!
Well, it's 40 below when the snow is blowing. And you're sitting at home and you feel like you're going crazy. Don't let winter close you in. Get up, get out, and let the games begin. There's a whole lot more than snow coming down. It's a crazy good time feeling going round. We make the most of what we got. The weather's cold, but the plan's hot. A lot more than snow coming down. You can ski through the trees where it's calm and it's quiet.